All right, we're going to talk about my secondary team the past season because of this quarterback and this quarterback only. He's named after a famous cold beverage. Commanders, they have interest in bringing back Taylor Heinicke, all right, per The Athletic. If you are Heinicke, Forr, do you even want to come back after they benched you with the winning record of 5-3-1 after that awful start?
If I'm Taylor Heinicke, I've already blocked their phone number. I've already cut all ties to the organization, and I have decided I am moving my talents elsewhere. It's no secret that the Washington Commanders have the most dysfunctional and just awfully ran organization from top to bottom. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, well, I like Ron Rivera. I think he's shown this year and last year the game is passing him by. And if I'm a guy like Heinicke who got the team to rally behind me, I've gotten them into the playoffs. I played a playoff game for them very well. I have a real issue with being benched for Carson Wentz in a crucial moment in the season. I don't think that's forgivable. And that was the gamble that the Commanders took in that situation, was to lose all trust with Heinicke. They thought that it was worth it. I don't think it was a good move, Gagan. So I'm going to give you the floor on this because I know you're a big Taylor Heinicke guy. You actually watch more Commanders games than anyone that I know. I want to have you give your take on this.
And Forr, before you tell me anything, did I not tell you that the Commanders would beat the Eagles on Monday Night Primetime? I told you Taylor Heinicke and the Commanders take them.
I'm just going to say you may or may not have been at a casino the day before with me, and you might have locked something in. But I'm just going to say fantastic call by you. That was actually your lock of the week, so I couldn't forget that.
Thank you. And again, it was a low probability, but you got to go with your gut and your heart sometimes. And speaking of gut, that's all Taylor Heinicke has. All right. The thing is this guy, he works so hard. And at the end of the day, my 3-quarterback question, all right, do you want to have a drink with the guy? Does the team want to hang out with the guy? Does the team actually enjoy him, right? And the third is, do you want him as your franchise quarterback? And Heinicke, it's hard not to almost give him even that third check mark, okay? He works so hard for, look, the guy gets wins, and that's the most important metric as a quarterback, all right? And the thing is, if you're Heinicke, no, you cannot go back. All right. And it's tough because you think that they would have just started him earlier in the season, but no, they didn't do that. And then even the year before that, look, Heinicke got the Commanders into the playoffs before as well. All right. He took Tom Brady to the wire. All right. Your Buccaneers, that was their toughest playoff game that season in the 2020 Super Bowl run. Here's the thing. Heinicke, you got to go to the free agency and maybe come to the Houston Texans, right? Maybe go to the best team available and where you're most likely to start. What do you think?
If we're looking at it from a perspective of will the Texans draft a quarterback and probably start them, then I wouldn't want him to go there. I want him to have a real shot at success. I don't think going from the Commanders to the Texans would give him that level of success. And so I'm over here. I think, honestly, there's a lot of logical spots. I'm going to throw something out here. I'm going to see if it sticks. If I am the Seattle Seahawks and Geno's wanting that amount of money, and I've seen what Taylor Heinicke can do with the Commanders, and I know at what level I could get him to play at potentially, tell me Taylor Heinicke with that Seattle West Coast offense just doesn't excite you.
I like that a lot. I like that quite a bit.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's options here. Obviously, we're kind of fantasy quarterbacking. But
look,
yeah.
If I'm Heinicke, there's only 2 teams, and they're both in the AFC. You either go to Pittsburgh and you take over when Pickett struggles. All right, Pickett's stats aren't there, right? So you got a good probability there. Or the Jets. Why not go in there? You're Heinicke. Come on, you'll win it out.
We've kind of talked about how quarterbacks or teams have a quarterback A, B, and C tier, right? Teams that need quarterbacks. There's that first one that you want. That could be the Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson tier. Then you have your B tier. That might be your Derek Carr or you're, somebody like that, somebody that's kind of a journeyman but has a really high upside.
Even Garoppolo in that tier.
There you go. Perfect B tier quarterback. And then you have your C tier. I think if you're going to have a C tier quarterback, you couldn't have a better C tier quarterback than Taylor Heinicke. And I mean that with all respect. If you end up with Taylor Heinicke, it's not the worst case situation because he's already proven he can win. The guy went 5-3 this year. You have to respect that.